Yeah, Rick, like I started to say, turnovers come in bunches. They're week to week. We had our hands on balls last week. We didn't catch them. I thought defensively, yeah, we set the tone with this whole ball game, getting turnovers. I thought we were a little leaky in our run defense a little bit, but that was a big interception to start the second half, and we gave it right back to him, let him back in the game. But and then Carlton was a great interception to ice this thing with Leonard's run.
Next question will be from Ed Encina.
Hey, Bruce, I was wondering if you could talk about the contribution, obviously, the running game today, and especially with Fournette, with everything he was able to do down the stretch.
Yeah, it's nice to have a hell of a player with fresh legs in the fourth quarter. Our guys did a good job, I thought, of mixing the backs in. Shady did a great job catching balls, making first downs. I know he wants that one back that he dropped for a touchdown, but he'll make some more in the future. But, yeah, the running game, I thought our line blocked well all day. And, Rojo, we fumbled that ball, and we can't have that on a handoff. But overall, Leonard's contribution was, as he keeps practicing and learning and doing some things, we'll keep getting more and more touches.
And, Bruce, what about the first half that Mike Evans had? Obviously, you talked about trying to get him the ball a little bit more. Obviously, you did in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do that every week. We can never let Mike just sit still and be somewhere where everybody can double cover him. And Tom did a great job of finding him, especially deep down the middle. And again, that was a good design by Byron to set that play up with Mike in the middle.
Next question will be from Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach, what can you say about the performance of your quarterback today? To go into New Orleans and get a loss last week and to rebound the way he did today with the multi.
I think he has a pretty good history of that, and this game should have never gotten to as close as it did. But we let him back in. But I thought he played outstanding. His leadership on the sideline was great, and put us in the right play, a number of different audibles, and played really, really well.
What kinds of things was he doing on the sidelines? You mentioned leadership.
You can't without censorship. You can't talk about it.
Thank you, Coach.
Next question will come from Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, I want to ask you about your offensive line and just them stepping up. Brady didn't get sacked. I think he only took one hit the whole game. Just what they did to make it easier for him today. Yeah,
they took a lot of pride. Last week wasn't some of their best. I thought Donovan hurt his knee and went back in there and played pretty well against a good pass rusher. And all those guys, that way we ran the ball in the fourth quarter is what we're looking for, and they take a lot of pride in that. And, I thought the tight ends and the offensive line blocked well today.
Bruce, in terms of the things that allowed Carolina to get back in the game, how concerned were you just by the number of drops and missed passes on the receiving end?
Yeah, it's unusual. I think there are times we relaxed, and we're not good enough to relax. Nobody in this league is good enough to relax, and we talked about it at halftime. We cannot relax. We go out, defense gives us a turnover, we turn it right back, and it's a ball game when we should have put that thing away in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
Next question will come from Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Bruce, did that drop by Grayson in the third quarter, did that stymie the offense a little bit and create a little bit of lack of momentum?
Yeah, that was a big one. Tom found him late, and the wind was wicked coming across that sideline and blew it across. And, one thing about Cyril, he's got great hands, and that's why he's in there. And, hit him in the head. And that play would have been a huge play for us, yes.
And then also, can you speak to the play of your safeties today, Jordan Whitehead and Antoine Winfield, making some big-time splash plays for you?
Yeah, they both tackled well, and that was big in this ball game. Jordan had a big interception. Antoine just continues to make play after play and is in the right position, and he studies the game, so he's in the right position all the time.
Next question will come from Ira Kaufman.
Bruce, how refreshing to see the pass rush come up big like today against a fairly mobile quarterback like Bridgewater.
Yeah, I thought, we had good rush, especially our interior guys. They were focused on our outside guys a little bit, and our interior guys got great push up the middle, and Sue, Golston, I thought Vita got held a couple of times, but, nobody's throwing flags this year yet. Yeah, I thought the plus rush was good. Ira, I thought you were going to ask me about making that kick.
Not today, maybe tomorrow.
We have time for a couple more. Next one will come from Greg.
Bruce, overall, in terms of just shifting the momentum back, you had tried to kind of make it clear last week it's just one game. How much does this kind of right things and set things back with a reset two games into the season?
Yeah, we're 1-1. I mean, it's 16 games. Like I just told the guys, are we going to practice? Are we going to show up any different this week because we won versus last week when we lost? No. We're going to come to work and get ready for the next one and play another really, really good football team on the road.
Thanks, Bruce.
Last question will come from John Romano.
Bruce, you don't normally think of a guy who's been in the league for 20 years having a learning curve, but would you expect to see Tom get better and better as he gets more and more comfortable with his receivers and with the offense?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. It's going to take time. And, with having no preseason and all those practices we missed, we're just growing day by day with Tom and the receivers and the entire offense. I think we'll just get better and better. We're nowhere near, I think, what we are in September, what I think we'll be in November.